Revs come up for the Open ATV, round number 4. Justin Hudak took out race 3. Cooper Van Vliet finished in second. Big and Low finished there in third on bike 84. Foley on bike 7 finished fourth. And Schmidt on 945 finished in fifth. Emma Lavacombe finished 6th on bike 34. We're back underway. Last race of round 4. Justin Hudak gets the whole shot. Again, you can really see how much this track has changed, with the slickness right through the middle part of the circuit, or the racing line. That wind picks up big time just all of a sudden. So the man that has absolutely dominated this division over the years, Christopher Bosnakis, is out of the event. So all riders safely through the opening lap. So Hudak from Van Vliet. Lowe sits there in third, Foley fourth, Blackhurst in fifth, Schmidt in sixth, Leo in seventh, and Lavacombe rounds out your 8 rider. Field. Don't forget, riders, that if you are out of the events for the rest of today, please bring your transponder up to the timing trailer. That would be greatly appreciated. If you are finished for the day, please bring your transponder up to the timing trailer. Once again, we do thank the Gateway, the ATV store, Brutum Logistics, for their major contribution to this weekend to make it happen. Also to JH Motorsports, Sunnyland Press, Culkine Customs, 14 Industries, 4Style Media, Creative 48, and Rice Racing. Thank you so much to all those companies that have made this weekend possible. Justin Hudak out in front on this yellow bike with the red riding gear. Van Vliet still sits there in second. Lowe sits there in fourth. Third, Foley in fourth. Blackhurst still there in fifth. Schmid in sixth. Leo in seventh. And Lavacombe rounds out your 8-rider field. So has Van Vliet got anything for Hudak? Or has Lowe got something for both of them? So this goes for 15 minutes plus 1 lap. Almost 5 minutes down. Last time, Hudak had a lead of 2.334. on their way through that high-speed section down there in the back corner. Crews just giving the information to their particular rider on what they want them to do or try and do. Here comes your race leader. Justin Hudak sets the bike up to hug tight down on that final left-hander. Ticks over another lap. Second position's got a whole lot closer. Hudak's extended his lead out to a 4.234 second lead. Second and third have spaced themselves out ever so slightly. So our field, after all crossing the line, Hudak, your race leader. Van Vliet sits there in second. Lowe sits third. Foley fourth on bike 7. Blackhurst on bike 121 sits fifth. Amira Schmid sits sixth on 945. Seventh is the 17 of Leo, and Lavacombe on bike 34 back in 8th. As we continue on, this is the open class, round number 4, final race of round 4. Round 5 of the weekend, and the final round of the weekend will start after this one. Straight up will be the 50cc demonstration. Was 4.2 last time by that Hudak had over Van Vliet. Let's see what it is this time. $5.9. Hudak's going to tick over another one. Just over 6 minutes remaining. So 6 minutes remaining in this round number 4 of the Open. Hudak doing it nicely out in front. Van Vliet still there in second spot. Third is Lowe. Back to Foley in fourth. Blackhurst in fifth. Leo sits there in sixth. Schmid in seventh, and Lavacombe back there in eighth. Just a reminder, if you are done for the weekend, please return your transponder to the timing trailer. Please return your transponder to the timing trailer if you are done. Thank you. Top three, cross the line. On the screen, this is Foley, sits there in fourth. Hudak's been the fastest out there with a 142.250, 142.250. We're just focusing in on James Blackhurst on 121. Chasing Foley on bike 7. That's for the battle for fourth position on the track. So Hudak still going about his thing. Just Van Vliet just had a quick look down to the left-hand side of the bike as he come past us here on the start-finish line. Lowe still back there in third. Foley still sits there in fourth. Forget we have presentations at the Gateway tonight from 6 o'clock. Once again, we cannot thank these sponsors enough for this weekend. Massive shout out to the Gateway for their support. Also to the team at ATV Store. Check them out online for all your ATV gear. Brutum Logistics, thank you to them for their massive support as well. For all your heavy haulage needs across this country, contact Brutum Logistics. JH Motorsports, Sunnyland Press, Culkine Customs, 14 Industries, 4 Style Media, Creative 48 and Rice Racing. Without those people, makes this weekend a whole lot harder to organise and be a success. Race leader comes back in to our vantage point here on the start-finish line. Justin Hudak, the local. A minute left before we go one more. This is Foley. Takes the high line. He's the only one really doing it down there on the final turn. This is Emma Lavercombe from Darwin coming around this final turn. Great support from a lot of Darwin riders this weekend. The title was up there in Darwin a couple of years ago. Last lap board coming out for your local. Justin Hudak sees that last lap board for round number 4 of the Open. ATVs. To do a circuit around here is about 1.5 kilometres. Lowe still there in third. Hudak's fastest lap is a 1:42.250. His last lap was a 1:43.633. So you can see he's been pretty consistent. There's Foley taking that unique line around the top of the final turn compared to everybody else. Leo took a fairly decent lick yesterday afternoon. Good to see him back on the bike. Running in the top 5. Blackhurst, Schmid and Lavercombe round out your 8-rider field. Coming into the final right-hander, your race 4 winner in the Open ATV. He is from Mildura. Give it up for Justin Hudak. Takes it out, gets the job done. Van Vliet home in second on bike 43. Coming back. And a nice job on bike 84. This is Deegan Lowe on bike 84, home in third spot. Got the mullet hanging out the back of the helmet. Once again, hats off to all our officials, flag wavers out there on the infield as well. We really appreciate you guys giving up your time and helping and doing that out on the track to make sure our riders are safe. This is Foley coming into that final turn. Look at him making that line all to himself up on the top. Namo Leo on bike 17. Crosses the line. Good result for him after yesterday's lick. Blackhurst home in 6th, Schmid in 7th. And we will be just waiting for Emma Lavercombe to make her way across the finish line. And that will be round 4 completed. It's ticking by 12:30 p.m. Well done to Emma crossing the line now as well. I believe we're going straight into round 5. On the 50cc demonstration is Chaz MacArthur coming out to do some demonstration laps on his 50cc. Good on you, Chaz. Have fun, brother. And I know you're loving every minute of it. Being out there on the track. We'll just take a quick 5-10 minute break off the mic and we'll be back with you soon.